This week on Sundays with Sully, we are jumping on board Project Sisu and we are showing you the completed project as she is now in the water and getting dialed in. Let's go check it out. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sundays with Sully. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, or maybe you just haven't hit that button yet, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below at Navtronics on YouTube. Stay up to date and in the know, the latest happenings in the marine industry, in marine technology, and also videos like this, where we do build series videos. So, that's what we're going to give you guys this week. We are going to be talking about Project Sisu. This is the last one. As you can see behind me, we are in the water. We're getting things dialed in and getting everything set up. If you're not familiar with this project, why don't you go ahead and hit the pause button, go into our channel, and you will find Project Sisu, and you will see the complete video series of this build. But if you don't want to watch it, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of everything we have done to date. So, take a look here, guys. We're going to do what we always do. Start at the top, work our way down, and kind of show you guys everything that is good with this build. So let's take a look here. We'll start off by going up top. You can see right here we have our LumiShore 30-inch curved light bar. It's a really great light bar. It does a really nice job of lighting the scene up at night, and really important for mounting these light bars. They need to be far enough back on the hard top here so that they don't cause you to go snowblind. So that's why we have that offset right there with that light. We can still light up everything in front of us, but not light up the foredeck. We've got basically the only carryover from this is the XHD2 radar. We've got that right there. That is a really good radar, and there's no need to upgrade that, so we stuck with it. And then behind that, you'll see right here, we've got our Garmin MSC10. We can't do an install without one of those sat compass antennas. We've got a pair of the 4-foot digital antennas. You can see we've got our scan strut gland right there for our radar cables. And then we've got our outriggers right here. And then we've got a new T-top on here. And you can see the cut-ins right here for the rods to come through. So that's what's happening up top. Let's take a look down below what else we've got going on. If you will recall, guys, this boat was completely repainted from the rub rails up. So they did a really nice job here with this all grip job, all new smooth, all new non-skid. And we take a look down here, and it is actually a two-tone deck here. They did the gray to kind of match the outside of the hull there with the white waterways as well. So we've got that going on. All new upholstery work as well right here. As you can take a look, you can see this is all new soft goods on here as well. So then we make our way forward. We have the first of 3 of our Fusion signature speakers right there. Those are there. We've got another pair midship and another pair back aft. We'll get to those in a moment. Before we get to that, let's get to the guts of this project and the heart of what this all was. And this is where a lot of time was spent. Unfortunately, the owner's already starting to use the boat and fill it up even more, which we didn't think was possible. But let's take a look inside the helm here and inside the console. Guys, there's a lot going on here, and I don't know if it'll be fully captured on video or not, but man, there is just tons of stuff. We've got our remote battery switches, we've got our ACRs, we've got our blue water switches right there, we've got our NEMA T's, we've got our ignition, we've got our fuse protection. We still managed to keep our tackle storage centers right here that flip out on the side. Those managed to stay in there. We've got our VHF 315, the big boy brand new Garmin Sonder GSD 28. We've got our LumiShore light modules right here. We've got our speaker, another pair of speakers down there. We've got our heading sensor right there for the autopilot. We've got batteries. There's just a lot. And oh yeah, the 9224 4 rather, right there. So there's a lot of stuff going on inside that helm and leaning post area right there. So that's just a lot of stuff for this little boat. And we were able to shoehorn that all in there and get all the wiring all dressed up and make sure that everything is serviceable. So let's make our way around here. You can see also new isinglass around here as well. And this is what we're talking about for the tackle center right here. And then we've got our speaker right there. That's the 7.7. And oh yeah, there's also a Fusion 6-channel amp in here as well. Now, let's get to the dash. Let's get to the pretty part, the part you're spending all the time looking at all the time here. This is, like we said, the 9224. We went ahead and we flush mounted this here, so we've got really nice smooth lines. We've gone ahead with the blue water switches right here. Everything is nicely labeled, easy to understand. The classic Merc round gauges right here, the scan strut phone charger right there, our autopilot, our Mercury controls, our VHF, and then looking up here we have our Lumishore light, and then right in front of that we have our strobe light. Sully, why do we have a strobe light? We have a strobe light because this is wired in, this whole boat is connected with Siren Marine. Now, with Siren Marine, we're getting vessel monitoring. We can get alerts on our boats and let us know when bilge pumps are running, things like that. Or if an entry sensor goes off. Well, you can do an if this, then that scenario with it, where if you go ahead and set that strobe light into it, we can have that strobe light go off when somebody enters the boat or if we're having a bilge event. Basically, we're trying to draw attention to the boat, and that is how we are doing it, with that little strobe light right there. Also very handy because this boat does get towed by the mothership. So if we're towing with the mothership and we are, you know, middle of the night, we don't necessarily notice that it is bilge pumps are running, this strobe light's going to get your attention and let you know, hey, somebody needs to come back and check on the boat. So we've got that going on. I don't know how well it's going to show up in this lighting right now, but you can see we have a pair of transducers on here. We have the B175 medium. That's a great all-around utility. And then we have the ever popular, becoming more and more popular by the day, PS70. That's that 110-degree beam angle. That is the live scope. As you can see here, we can see fish moving in the column in real time right there. So that's really slick. We're doing a lot more of these. We're finding these to become very, very popular. And in order to do that, we needed to do a pocket mount for that, because if you remember, it's a very big transducer for that PS70. So we come down into here, and this is kind of a tight space, but again, this deck was off because it also got a brand new fuel tank. Can't really show you that because it's buried. But we take a look down in here, and you will see we have everything all taken care of. And then if I pan around, there you go. We have our B175, and then we have our PS70 transducer. You can also see we went ahead and rigged everything all up to try to make things as serviceable and usable as possible, with access for things like fuel filters being right there at the hatch. And then we couldn't do this whole build, this whole install, guys, I kind of touched on it a second ago, without lighting. It's just kind of a foregone conclusion anymore. If you're going to do a build like this, you really want to make that thing pop and have that nightlife with it. This boat is no exception. This boat, we went ahead and it got a single downlight, DL65 downlight in the hardtop right there. We did neon flex under the gunnel, and then we also did the live well light, the light bar like we previously mentioned, and a trio of SMX 154 underwater lights. And man, does this boat pop. Let's take a look at these colors on this thing here, guys. It's awesome. This whole build turned out amazing, and I couldn't be more proud of our team here at Navtronics. A huge shout out to the Hawthorne Cove crew, Safe Harbors, for doing all of the paint work on this thing, getting this thing all nice and just right dialed in. And yeah, that's it. That is this week's Sundays with Sully. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions on this build, maybe you're thinking of a winter project, reach out to us, let us know. We have 6 locations now between Belfast, Maine, and that's right, guys, we are now in Falmouth on Cape Cod. So reach out to us, sales@Navtronics. Let's talk. Let's see if we can get you guys dialed in and set up for success for 2026. You know, hit the water on this thing, get this thing dialed in some more, and we will see you guys, I think next week's a holiday, so I'll probably see you in a couple weeks. but we're going to have a lot of other cool videos in the meantime. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you then. Peace.